Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the EWR Broadcast. And I am joined by Ethan Myers, and I'm Sean Stigma. And today's guests, we will have Heyman, Corey Welton, and Viper.
Hello. What's up, nigga?
Yeah.
Now, Ethan, would you like to start the first question for anyone, or just review what happened tonight in the show?
Alright, Heyman, what do you think about starting back up the Heyman Hustle?
It's an adventure and it's happening.
I like your response. Just think I don't know.
All right, so before we ask questions, let's get onto as we would say, let's talk about the show tonight. So basically, we had the EWR show for upcoming the developmental roster, and the first match we had LM Devitt versus this newcomer named Kuruko XI, and I had to say that match wasn't really as good as it seemed because neither of them was LM was all right, but Kuroko, he wasn't really trained and he did a shit job in the ring.
You might say something
Yeah.
about LM. This is why Banker wanted to fire. I'm signed with Banker. Banker should have done. He should have been fired. No, Puppet had to be a little wooden puppet had to come out there and say, "No, let's do the code." No, LM is a horrible wrestler in this company. He should be fired. I personally think that. I agree. I hope Banker's team does win.
God damn.
He will not win, actually.
Personally, I think Corey Welton being fired, the bankers will have a chance
All right. So there you heard the opinions of our guest and co-host, about the first match. In the second match, things got a little tense as it was BD Styles versus another newcomer, since we had all these upcoming newcomers, Heel Ambrose, or as he was called then in his moniker, Heel Carter II.
May I just say one thing?
Yes.
Kuroko from the first match actually destroyed the server.
I know that.
Okay. I know I was wondering to go around with all this.
Well, Viper seems like he has something to say to Corey.
Corey, you was never a good champion. You didn't defend your title. That's why Fabian got it, because you didn't like it.
The reason why Viper left is because he can't handle anything with the Heyman.
Yes, I can't handle anything with Heyman's team anymore. And plus, it's time for
Yeah, you did for 2 months before he came.
Oh.
At least Viper was a main champion. At least people cared about him, not some low-life Canadian.
Look where Viper went after Heyman kicked him off. Nowhere.
Yes, because Viper wanted to retire.
Stigma. What do you think about the Heyman hustle personally?
Well, the Heyman hustle. Well, I am longtime friends with JC Bullet. We've been wrestling in businesses together all around the world. But to be honest, when the Heyman hustle was first installed, which I'll call Heyman Hustle 1.0, they became really successful until JC Bullet turned on them. And then now, after hearing that the Heyman hustle is getting reincarnated or reanimated, whatever you want to call it, they plan to have a bigger, more forceful army, if I'm correct, Heyman.
Yes, it's called the War World Order.
Well, personally, Stigma, I think that Warhaven army going against this federation, I think they will be unstoppable.
We're not going against the Federation. We are going against everyone who is not a believer of the Heyman hustle.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Corey?
As an experienced
Who cares
member,
about Corey's thoughts?
thank you. Anyway, as an experienced member of the hustle, I just think they will just be as dominant as they ever were. It's as simple as that.
Because the Heyman hustle is better than any other faction. I'm the best manager of all time.
What about the chaotic rebels?
Oh, they didn't last 1 second. That's why, because they didn't have more Heyman.
Stigma, what do you think about the Heyman hustle? As a matter of fact, Viper, what do you think about JC Bullet and LM bringing back? What are your opinions?
What was that again? Please say that.
What do you think about JC Bullet and LM restarting Bullet Club?
Bullet Club, well, Bullet Club is a good faction, yes, but I think that it will last, but not last as long as the Heyman hustle will.
Personally, I think JC Bullet got tired of himself trying to be open Bullet Club, so he started back up.
Well, that's not what I think. I think JC Bullet was just trying to get back. Ever since, and I've talked to JC Bullet before backstage. Ever since the Heyman Hustle got their new installment into the World Order, he's been thinking, what can I do to end this havoc again? Is there something I can do? Then he remembered, that's right, the Bullet Club. Then after that, he didn't even explain what he was going to do with the Bullet Club. We actually have no idea what he's going to do. He just left.
Can I stop you right there? The Heyman Hustle wants nothing to do with the Bullet Club or JC Bullet. He's a former client of the Heyman Hustle. We want nothing to do with them. No former clients. We want the current clients. We don't care about all these factions going against the Heyman Hustle. We're here to dominate the championships.
Yeah, one thing I want to bring up is the final breath match cards, which so far we've got the Bankers team versus the Puppet and LM the Strings. And then we have Vanatos versus Fabian, which nobody really cares about that match. But
Yeah.
is the title going to be
For the tag team title match?
not the tag team title, not the main King of the World?
King of the World title. Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about the King of the World title actually being a match in the Final Breath pay-per-view. I think I heard that tomorrow, which is the preview, that we would have a battle royal for the EWR King of the World title since Jesse Hall stepped down.
Why did Jesse Hall step down if he didn't wrestle?
Let me tell you, Jesse Hall said he's tired of the constant bullcrap at the shows. He's done.
My personal opinion on Jesse Hall is that he was
We never saw Jesse Hall fight in the ring.
Yes.
he was the bad guy of this federation. He didn't care he didn't take any crap from anybody, and he dominated everyone. What are your thoughts, Corey?
Basically, he just didn't give a shit. If he wanted to do something, he'd do it. If he didn't want to do something, that's pretty much all he would do.
Stigma?
Basically, this subject of matter has no reason for me, no basis. So I'm gonna just back away out of it.
Now, one thing I want to bring is, what if we get a horrible champion? Like a champion that,
Like Billy Mays.
yeah, like Mays. Let's take him.
Yes, that would be.
He's a horrible wrestler. His gimmick is stupid. Disco Dave is stupid. That's why Disco Dave's injured from.
Alright, we're all planning to put only the most important people in that match. We're not putting doing all that joke gimmicks in the 10-minute battle royal, okay?
I mean, I've been backstage and I've seen like the drawings. We have our production crew taking drawings in the battle royal, and I thought I saw Boingo all super happy with all these balloon animals trying to draw a number and to get into the battle royal.
Well,
I personally think it's somebody new and fresh that knows they're to be the champion.
Like Heel Ambrose.
Viper Ambrose or other people. I like someone besides big shots. We need a developed person to be champion to tell you they started from here and then they went up, but they're still in development as a champion.
wait, here's my. What do you guys think of Big Styles and him trying to rip off Bullet Club?
BD Styles is nothing but a punk, okay? First off, he wanted to start a faction called the Brass Ring Club. Then he wants to talk to, I'm saying, not sure if the details are accurate, but he wants to talk to Joey Ryan about changing oxy sleeves or something like that. I'm completely not sure with all the details. But what you just tell that he's crazy.
May I just say one thing?
No, hold on. Before you say anything, my client, BD Styles, whatever his name is, who cares? has no intention
you're quiet
of
there,
that.
man.
He is now, well, he sucks. And he's in the hustle now. He's forgot all about that stuff. So.
The whole version of him. We'll be on 1-on-2 match.
Maybe. Oh, I mean, no. I mean, maybe we can find some type of replacement for BD Styles in that tag team match.
Personally, I think the options for BD Styles are the two most dominant wrestlers in EWR, the Banker and War Nash.
Well, see, that's just a lot of shit. First off, the Banker, he should just stick to the off-screen voodoo doll, Mr. Fuji's act. While he should get his clients, like some guy who wants to be the Yokozuna, to kick Elam's ass. But
Wait, no,
Sorry, I have clients. Banker has people who don't know how to wrestle. I have clients.
So what are your thoughts?
Banker has a son, the Banker's son, Fabian. He's been a champion. When he started out, he was a champion.
May we speak of Fabian for a second? Should we go to the topic of the match at the pay-per-view?
all right.
No, well, Vanitos first thing. Vanitos is not a big threat to Fabian. I've saw him in the backstage. He is not a big threat. When I see him out in public, he doesn't talk about Vanitos because Vanitos is not a big deal. Now, at the pay-per-view, it might worry him a little bit, but Vanitos is not a scary person. War-Tag is not scary.
Wait, before you say anything, has anyone seen the messages on the past shows from the War Taker? The lights went out, he tombstone people. Anyone seeing this?
No, I don't recall. Maybe I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, lights did go out, and he.
On the subject of superstars, what do you think about the Massachusetts screw job at Warfield?
That was the best.
It
I
was
was part of it. Viper was. I knew what the plan was, and I think it was right. I think Warnash deserved it. He was more hard working than Nick Gage. Nick Gage just stepped right in the company and said, "Give me a title shot." Well, guess what they did? And he won it, but guess what? He failed right after.
And the overkill at the end.
My personal thoughts on Nick Gage.
He should be. We should erase him from this calendar.
May I want to say one more thing? Just to Mr. Viper here about the whole Fabian match at the pay-per-view. You do realize, ever remember at Extravaganza or sometime when he's Adam back, and yeah, did a sit-up power bomb off the ladder.
But Adam is a weak link. No wonder he's a development. No wonder he's not a champion because he's weak. See, you're versing a man that's been a world champion, a tag team champion in this year. He is more unstoppable than Ventos. Ventos just shows up. Fabian comes in every night, works his tail off, then leaves hurting. And then he comes back the next night because he loves what he does. He ain't like Ventos and comes back and leaves like for 3 months and comes back.
May I say
I mean, after Super speaks, I'm going to move to the other subject of matter. So go ahead.
All right, what did?
One more. Speaking. All right. So we were talking about the screw job and all that shit. But Vanessa was part of that and all that shit. But on my personal thoughts, the winner of that match to me will be Vanessa. I know, Fabian does work his ass off. He goes to the shows, but I mean, it's just.
What is Ventos done? He's been home asleep.
Let me stop you right there. I think Vanatos is the worst wrestler I have ever
Okay,
seen.
no one cares. Let's get on to the next topic.
All right, the next topic.
Okay, let's get to the next topic.
This is a really important topic. So I'll call this the highlighter of the podcast, unless we find something else interesting. For the first time in EWR history, EWR F&W history, we are having a headliner at a pay-per-view for a minor title, which is Maxwell Verdi versus Kevin Diaz for the Canada title.
My money?
Come on. I tried to get Maxwell Verdi and the Heyman Hustle one. Everyone say don't do it, and this week did.
But personally, my money, Maxwell Verdi.
Yeah, I'll agree with I'll agree with Mr. Ethan there. My money's on Mr. Maxwell.
I'm disagreeing. I think he'll retain.
1 minute. If anybody here at this table knows Maxwell Verdi, I think it would be me because honestly, he's made it to the title. I mean,
and he kind of beat you to a pulp.
Yeah.
I think Kevin will get it.
I don't think so.
Kevin will pull out stuff that Maxwell has never saw.
Well, Maxwell, I've competed against him, seen what he has done. I know that he has, he's a very versatile man in the ring. He may not look like it, like when you are not facing him, he may look like this man who's just like some mid-carder, not doing anything, but when you actually get in the ring in there with him, it's a lot different.
Stop you right there. I think we should get on a different topic. Upcoming. Wait. Let's talk about all the new superstars and the plans.
So, we're Heyman. What, personally,
If it's something personally, it might be a good podcast.
I think the upcoming roster is the future. They all show great charisma and great wrestling skills, and I think they can be the next of the world champion.
I think an upcoming superstar should win the Battle Royale for title because an upcoming man means they are still willing to fight every night to be in the top, but as a champion. These minor
Go ahead, Viper.
These minor titles, yes, they do matter, but you still need to kind of work up. And I want to see an upcoming superstar get it. I don't want to see a big shot get it.
Okay, what else I'm going to say is everyone has the potential to be a world champion. They just don't try hard enough.
Yeah.
So, Matt, while we're on the topic of the Battle Royal, who do you guys think will be in the Battle Royal?
All right, so one go for one.
War Nash is obviously going to be there.
Obviously,
WWE.
Picks up the win, then I will be happy because
Honestly, I'm just going to be sitting back and laughing. That's all.
Before you guys say anything, I want to meet that Battle Royal.
I want Kurt. I can't pronounce it, but
So I have a question for
Corey.
Kurt XI, whatever.
Wait, but who I think is gonna get the gold?
I think he's gonna get it.
Kuroko XI? Oh no, I hope not.
No, he's not entering that. I'm sorry.
Can I say something to Mr. Viper?
Who I think is going to get the gold in the match is the one and only BD Styles. He shows great charisma and is really cocky.
Yeah, boy,
So I think he can show off better wrestling in the ring.
Now,
and he talked.
I'm sorry, he might be my client, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Can I say something to Mr. Viper?
I'm actually trying to think. I want him to get it or someone that we have.
Boingo.
Viper, are you yourself entering that battle royal?
I actually know somebody that will be. I'm not gonna give any details.
Right.
There's somebody promising that will be in the match.
I myself, when I was backstage, saw someone. I honestly had no fucking clue who the hell they were, but they were going for a freaking spot in it. So I don't know.
I saw Elvis back in the
Oh gosh!
I mean, dude, Boingo, man, Boingo. He like performed for my 4-year-old daughter at her birthday party. I mean,
What about Elvis? He performed for
Wait a minute. You look.
But what do you guys?
winning the No Limits Championship.
Okay. What do you guys think about our EWR wrestlers being at the Grudge Ball Stadium last Sunday?
yeah, I was playing Grudge Ball actually. 2 contracts for the Dodgers. I mean, not Dodgers, the King.
Well, I think so. Nick Gage was playing Grudge Ball.
He was not playing. What?
I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
You mean that
I am
bad guy who quit?
I am.
Yeah, the fat guy finally slimmed down.
How the hell is he gonna try his way down that field?
I saw Bill Cipher there.
Oh gosh! Honestly, I'm not even afraid of who's gonna be in that battle royal tomorrow.
We might not be plus drawing, but if we're drawing.
Well,
All right, let's get on to the bigger details.
mostly through this podcast, my most the thing that interests me the most about what we have talked about so far is definitely who's going to be in the battle royal. Like, I'm excited for that battle royal.
All right, let's get the bigger topics. 4 words. All-Star Extravaganza 2.
Is in September.
September, which is in the same month as Birthday Bash.
Yeah, EWR, born September 14, 2014. Coming back now. And having Extravaganza in the same exact month.
Now, where's Extravaganza going to be?
Extravaganza will be held in Chicago, Illinois. And as you can see, this is where we are actually. Extravaganza will be right back there in that building right there, if you can see. Well, of course you can see it's right there.
Where's Black Final Breast held?
Extreme Extravaganza is going to be held in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A Superdome.
So, we're on topic of Extravaganza. Who do you think will have that title, have the King of the World title at around the time of Extravaganza?
There's no way to tell because
Predictable.
you know we had the Battle Royal before that. Then we have we have 3 pay-per-views, no 6 pay-per-views after that.
Well, the last Extreme Extravaganza, what do you think about Saiji Takeda losing the EWR title?
I didn't get
That match was crazy. About it took 20, all that hype for just a short match, 22 seconds. One of the most disappointing matches.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like we're in that one.
Saiji Takeda
And get the title and retired. That's how it all works. Everybody.
got crushed in that match. He didn't.
That was wait. How long was that match again? 8 seconds?
13.
Oh, it was 23.
No, 13. No, it's 13. I don't know.
Yeah, but the shortest match in EWR history was
MVP versus Naz Orton or McIntyre. And it was 8 seconds.
seconds long.
McIntyre hit him with winds of change, and he pinned him right in the middle of that ring.
You know, something really weird. Sadistic Chicken was backstage.
Oh!
Ethan Myers actually spoke to Sadistic Chicken, and I think Sadistic Chicken should have won Star of the Year award.
Well, let's talk about the road to Extravaganza. 2 pay-per-views we got there. We have Survival, and then after Survival, we got Death Before Dishonor.
Well, the last Death Before Dishonor was amazing.
True, that was one of the best pay-per-views we had ever. Yes, go ahead,
More on
Corey.
this, it was, while we were on the topic of the OMG Awards and Superstar of the Year, I totally don't remember that, but, yeah.
I
So
think
who
I
do you
think
think?
it's Superstar.
I'm agreeing with you. I think you deserve it because you have
Like,
worked yourself this year.
What about Warren Ash?
See, there have been so many extraordinary people this year, but there are still extraordinary people too.
Warren Ash destroyed LM Wolf. Warren Ash destroyed Billy Mays.
Guys, we can't tell if it's just between you and Viper and One Ash. There's going to be still people who come in throughout So, only God knows what's going to be the start here.
Not really God.
So, should we stay on the topic of the OMG Awards or?
OMG Awards. All right, so this year, the EWR production crew has planned something absolutely astonishing for the OMG Awards. If y'all have ever seen the Grammys before, they have like this huge stage. So basically, instead of our normal arena just with a few statues and like a podium to announce awards, we're going to have our very own OMG Award arena. With all the chairs, the people sitting, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I myself am going to try and get myself a seat at the OMG Awards if I can.
Well, I think that Ethan Myers will be front row at the OMG Awards, watching Warren Ash get Superstar of the Year.
Superstar of the Year to me, I think it will go. I hate to say it, but I think it will go to Viper. A man who's won so many fucking world titles.
Maybe it did with the world title on his debut.
Still, that is pretty impressive, but no offense. Where is Fabian gone from Baker? Like, he's a great competitor, but like, no, I hope he can really work hard. I hope he can really work hard and get another title because that man deserves it.
I mean, the banker could just buy him a new like fucking leash, since obviously Fabian is the banker's bitch.
May I say one thing? I'm afraid Banker's gonna buy Fabian a goddamn title, not a car.
I already bought the $1 million.
He can incorporate the $1 million Robux title. Then this coming fall we have incorporating in honor of all the viewers, incorporating the YouTube title.
One more thing. I have a topic that's actually quite interesting.
Wait. On the topic of the $1 million title.
Okay,
Who do you think the nominees should be for $1 million title?
Oh.
Me, obviously.
I mean, for the $1 million Robux title, it'll cost about 250,000 Robux just to incorporate.
It should be. I mean, I do come here in suits every week.
Baker just started out. Look where Baker is. He's doing a main event.
I mean, yeah.
I want to get back to Star Michael.
Well, but I have another topic that we might want to discuss in a little bit. What changes do we have planned for after and during extravaganza?
Well, you already seen the changes now. I mean, we went from being indie ground to fucking EWR TV HD with all these hashtags and mainstream and merchandise and songs and iPods and iPhones and kids skateboards and all this cool junk. I mean, if we go further beyond where we already are, that'll make us like, I don't know. I can't see why.
What do you think about the flips and jumps they do with EWR every night?
Those are sometimes as you might have saw in some of our pay-per-views, moves and things aren't executed the way that we want them to. But for some reason, people find that entertaining, so we keep it in.
So, another thing I'd like to another topic I could really speak about sometimes. Do you think we're gonna have something like this is a very weird topic, and it's gonna be very controversial. I know it now. Do you think sometime around extravaganza we're gonna have a big thing happen, and almost our main star is gonna somehow get injured or quit the company, and we're gonna be left with no main event of extravaganza or something around those lines of a big, huge, oh my god, what the hell moment happening in extravaganza?
Well, personally, I think that B Cells will get the championship tomorrow and lose it during final breath. Even though B Cells is a dominant force, my money is personally on Maxwell Verdi.
Honestly, I'm really excited for this.
I still think that untalented upcoming superstar should get it. No big shot.
Honestly, I think it should either be like he said, or somebody trying to make almost like not a debut. Well, it may be a debut.
Right,
Somehow,
summer. I know what you mean. We need someone new material.
Yeah, we got Heel Ambrose. We got Anthony Myers. We got
Which are actually going to
most likely, possibly, they could possibly be in the King of the World title battle royal, and if they somehow did win, they would automatically be drafted to the main roster up there. And speaking of the main roster, Heel has already been up there in the main roster.
What do you think? No. What is Heyman? What do you think of? Stigma. What do you think about Joy Ryan attacking the Maze tonight?
Oh Lord,
That's a big brawl.
The big brawl. That's a big topic of itself. We need to really get off the freaking topics of extravaganza. I got to the show itself.
Joey Ryan attacking who again?
The Maze.
The Maze. All right. So basically, Maze. The Maze is my daughter's favorite wrestler. I mean, she has the action figures, the posters. I mean,
I watched the Maze.
Apparently his daughter.
I mean,
Oh my god, it's more than the figures.
Whoa! Come what we're seeing. Did you just hear what?
Did you just call your daughter
Viper just called your daughter a nothing.
Little Viper.
Holy shit! Let's just say you're not watching this podcast, and if so, you better be a fan of it.
More Heyman podcast.
I mean, well, Viper. If that's
I'm done.
Do you realize you actually have?
and Viper has just walked out.
What do I got to think Viper's seat tonight? Okay.
Right. Well. Personally, my wife's favorite wrestler was Candice Ray and Joy Ryan until their tag team broke up. So now it's currently
and then Billy Mays got sued.
currently it is War Nash. She has the posters and the shirts.
And apparently, well, honestly, like family-wise, like to me, it's really it's something I like to kind of bring into my company. But like, I want to have a life. I don't even know how to explain this really. So I say just move on from that topic of, yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about now? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Awkward silence.
I mean,
Warhaming.
Yes.
Anything you want to say?
Continue.
No.
Wow.
Actually, yes.
Looks like we might.
Yes. Hold on. You know all those up and coming stars?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're not going anywhere without me.
Well, that's a statement.
So what Warhaming basically just said is he's gonna adopt the upcoming superstars as his own client.
I will make sure they go far instead of them being the jobbers on their main card.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Sounds
I did.
so Stigma,
Yeah.
do you think this concludes our podcast?
yes, I do. I mean, if you enjoyed the podcast, be sure to subscribe to the EWR YouTube channel and watch for our next podcast and also our episodes. We might have some clips.
There will be like other guests and shit joining next time. So me and War and Viper may not be here next time, but hey, I can guarantee you there will be other people here, and yeah, they will know me hopefully. So yeah, one podcast, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Alright,
One minute.